Hello, let's do connections for Wednesday, April 2nd. All right, nice to see the words back. All right, I think I see Williams's. I saw Hank and I immediately thought Hank Williams. Then you have Robin Williams and Venus Williams. And I think Tennessee Williams. That sounds like it was a person. Maybe a country singer of some kind. I feel like I've heard the name before, Tennessee Williams. But I'm going to try this. All right, Williams's. It's kind of a mouthful. You have a whim, an impulse, a fancy? That doesn't. Maybe? Fancy something is to like something. So you fancy something, you like it. I don't know what else would go with that though. But impulse and whim seem to go together. What's lark mean? No, isn't like have a lark a phrase of some kind, but I'm not 100% sure what lark means definitionally. Maybe it could mean impulse. Feels like it does, but I don't know what the other one would be. Oh well, let's move on. We have herb in here, or herb, depending on which side of the Atlantic you're on. And before the Brits come at me, you guys used to pronounce it without the H too. You have a type, you have a kind, you fancy a certain kind of thing. Maybe you have a fancy, a like, a sort. Maybe it's like instead of fancy. Or maybe it's fancy instead of like. I'm kind of going back and forth between those two. I feel like fancy goes in there better. Now it's one away. Let's try like. Okay, an ilk. So maybe fancy does go in with lark, impulse, and whim. Well, let's try it. It does. Caprice? Is that how that's pronounced? Caprice? I don't think I've ever used that word before. Nice job, herb, and reading. The only thing I can really think of is different pronunciations. Like nice could be Nice, which is a city. Job could be job, or job could be Job. Herb and herb, and reading and reading, maybe? Are these words that are just pronounced two different ways? Or is it something else? Words pronounced differently as proper nouns. Okay, so that was it. Oh, it's proper nouns herb, as in the name herb. Okay. That's going to mess with the British. Because they pronounce the name and the item the same way. They pronounce the H in both of them, right? Although I don't know how much herb is a name over there. But if it is, they would pronounce it the same way, so that might throw them off. Although that's one of those like famous ones where Americans pronounce it differently, so they might catch on anyway. I don't think this one was too difficult. Let's see what they give it. 2.8, yeah. Not super duper easy. Let's see what the general public is at though. Okay, 3 out of 5. I think that's a little bit more difficult, although I did make the one mistake. Although that was a silly mistake. I should have put like in there. I overthought that one. I'm surprised how many people got yellow first. I guess I'm just not familiar with the word lark very much. That seems like such a generational word. I don't know if anybody under 50 has used the word lark. Let's see what ever gets us. Ever, yeah. Most people got, more people got green ever than yellow, even though most people got yellow first. That's interesting. Herb Williams. I wasn't even thinking of Herb as a name until the very end. So I could see throwing that in there instead of, what was the other one? Robin? No, not Robin. What was the other name? Oh, Tennessee. Okay, yeah, I can really see how people would have made that mistake. I just skipped right over it. It didn't even occur to me to put Herb in there. I saw Tennessee and I was like, I know I've heard Tennessee Williams before, so I just tried that one instead. Okay, so I think I kind of got a little lucky there. So yeah, I got our win streak back to 1. I want to get a decent streak going. It's been a long time since I've had a decent streak. I can't remember the last time I even hit 10, though it's not something I keep track of all that well. But if I had hit more than like 12 or 15, I probably would have noticed. I think my longest one is what, 30? Yeah. I want to get back up there. It's been so long since I've had a decent streak. But enough complaining. How'd you guys do today?